Welcome back to the second lecture of the fourth week of the course Digital Marketing Strategy. So, in the second lecture, we are planning to discuss about relationship marketing and e-CRM. So, we have been discussing marketing strategies, we have discussing the marketing plan, marketing tactics. See, all these are going to work only when we have a good relationship, a long term relationship with the customers. So, unless and until we have a long term friendly good relationship with the customer, we are not in a position to leverage that relationship in the form of revenue generation. So, relationship marketing becomes very important, and relationship marketing is a old concept, and as more and more theories have evolved, as marketing practices have evolved, we have moved from relationship marketing to customer relationship management, and from customer relationship management in current scenario we have moved to electronic customer CRM, electronic customer relationship management. So, today we will be discussing this very important aspect of marketing, very important aspect of the strategy. So, let us start. So, before we start to discuss about the e-CRM, it becomes very important to understand what is relationship marketing. So, it refers to marketing tactic that is used to cultivate long term meaningful relationship with the customers. So, it is the aim of any marketer to develop long term relationship with the customers. So, when we say long term relationship, we have in our mind that customer will buy the product repeatedly. Also, when we say meaningful relationship, it means that is a economic relationship. So, when we say economic relationship, as in not the emotional relationship we are talking about, but still even the marketers, they want that the customer, they should have emotional bonding with the product or with the brand. Sometimes it happens that, for example, I use a particular brand of telecommunication. So, I have been using from my college days, and I haven't changed the service provider. I would not name the service provider, but sometimes it happens that the network is very poor and it comes to my mind, okay, I will change it, I will port it to some other network. But again it comes to my mind that I have been attached to this particular brand from my college days and still I am using it. Okay, it might happen sometimes that network is creating a problem, but still it is working and it is good. So, what happens? I have attachment with that particular product. So, that is basically relationship or the bonding. So, meaningful relationship is when you that leads to repeated purchase, that lead to continuous usage of a particular brand or any services. So, what is relationship marketing? It is a technique that the business uses to leverage the customer loyalty to encourage repurchase. So, purchase is not important, as in when I say purchase is not important, it does not mean that purchase have no role. I mean to say marketers are more interested, are they have to put more efforts in repurchase. So, making the customer purchase again is a very difficult task. So, what happens while doing your advertisement, all those things you do, and you influence the customer to buy your product. But now what happens? The customer will actually experience the product, will get to know about the product, and he will have other more information about the product. It might happen that he might make an opinion about it, because now he have crossed from zero moment of truth to first moment of truth to second moment of truth. Now he has got more understanding about the product, so he might be interested to maybe to change the brand. It might happen. Now it becomes very difficult for the brand or the company to convince the customer to make them remain in the same brand or the same company. So that becomes very difficult task, and that is where relationship marketing plays a very important role. So the objective of relationship marketing is to turn new customers into regularly purchasing clients. So we need to turn the new customers into regularly purchasing clients. So we want continuous purchases, we want continuous long term relationship, that and then progressively move them to become strong supporters of the company and the product, and to finally active and vocal advocates of the company. So we will discuss the loyalty ladder. So what we want to make here, the objective of relationship marketing is not just to acquire the customer. So it does not end with the acquisition of the customers, rather our interest is to move from customer acquisition to customer retention. How we are going to retain the customer for the long run, so that they regularly purchase the product of your brand, the product of your company. Also, not regularly purchasing, rather they become strong supporter of your company, they become strong supporter of your product, and from being a supporter, now they are recommending it to other also. So now not only they become supporter, they also advocate, or they plays a very important role by word of mouth marketing, right. So that is what is the main objective of the relationship marketing. So let us compare between the transactional marketing and the relationship marketing. So transactional marketing is the traditional marketing where the more focus was on to sale. So once the sale is complete, when the transaction is complete, that we close the relationship with the customer, as in we don't keep relationship beyond the point of sale. So that is a traditional concept, and that is basically transaction marketing. Now we have moved from transaction marketing to relationship marketing. We are ensuring that the relationship does not end with the single sale, rather it should continue. So we have moved from transactional marketing to relationship marketing. So let us see what are the key difference between the transaction marketing and relationship marketing. So from the point of view of the focus, if we say, then it is focused on transactions, that is single sale. But here we are more on into building relationship. So the orientation in case of transaction marketing is only customer acquisition, and here not only customer acquisition but also retention, how we are going to retain them for a long time. Time frame for transaction marketing is short term. So once the sales is over, the business is over, business with that customer is over. But here we are in touch with the customer even after the sale is closed, right. We will keep on providing them services, we will keep on wishing them, greetings them. So we keep on reminding them, we send different newsletters or offers or coupons. So that is how you keep in touch with the customers. So the generic approach, if we say transaction marketing is more action oriented or action related, here it is more of interaction, how you are going to develop the communication. Customer contact, if we say in case of transaction marketing, it is moderate, but in case of relationship marketing, it is the maximum. So in relationship marketing, there is a maximum contact between the brand and the customer. So production focus specifically, if we say, so here the focus is on mass production, and here is mass customization, how we are going to customize the products for different segments of the consumers, for different group of the consumers, how we are going to customize the product as per their requirement. So customer service, there was very little emphasis in case of transaction marketing, but in case of relationship marketing, it has got the highest emphasis. So we are here to serve the customers. As a business, our every decision should be customer centric. So when we talk about CRM, every business activity should be taken care of, or any decision should be taken care by keeping the customer at the center point. So from the point of view of that particular customer, how our businesses would be, what would be our activity, that is how we plan, keeping in mind the customer. For example, what should be the advertisement, we see what type of advertisement customer wants to see. What would be the price, we will try to understand what type of price the customer is ready to pay, what is the perceived value he perceives. So we have to set the price keeping in mind the perspective of the customer. So whatever we are doing, we are customer centric. So that is the whole point of customer relationship management. So perspective here is about market share, this is very interesting, and in case of relationship marketing, it is mind share, how we are going to place our brand, our product into the mind of the customers. Customers' mind, how we are going to position our product in their minds and hearts, that is more important. And here we are focusing on market, though market share is again very important, But unless and until it is into the minds, until and unless more and more customers are aware about your product, they are not going to buy the product. So motive, the prime motive here is profitability, and here it is customer lifetime value. How we are creating the customer lifetime value, that is the focus, that is the main motive of relationship marketing. So we will be discussing in detail about this in the coming slides also. So moving ahead, the customer loyalty ladder. This is very interesting. I wanted to show it to you. So it is a relationship marketing concept that represents the loyalty hierarchy of the customer from being prospects to partners. So how the consumer, he steps up to the hierarchy of loyalty ladder from being a prospect to being a partner. For example, prospect is a set of people who could be the customer of your product, who could be the customer of your company. So they are the prospects. So when we analyze the prospect, when we try to reach them, we are in a position to convert some of the prospects into customers. So that is how they move from prospect to being the customer. So customer are the people who actually buys your product. Prospect is complete set of the target population you are positioning your market into. That is the target population. Everyone can be the prospective customer, right? So customer are those people who are actually buying your product out of the prospect, and then they become client when they regularly buy your product. So any customer who is regularly buying your product becomes your client. So they become supporter when they they talk about your products. They are ready to help out with some for example, if there is some crisis also, they are okay with, they can wait, or they can okay with some problems. Like I gave my own example, sometimes there is a network failure, but I still want to continue with the same brand, so probably I am a supporter of it. So again, if a person moves above it, is advocate when I talk about it to some other person. When I say that this particular product, this particular brand is excellent and it has wonderful characteristics, wonderful features, it is value for money, you should buy it, you should use it, you should try it once. So we are going to advocate it, even if we try to defend the brand, even we try to defend the product, right? So that is how we become advocate. This is the highest level partner. When we give them suggestions, we give suggestions, and that suggestions become part of their decision making. So you must have heard about the concept of customer participation in management. So in management decisions, customers can also be a part of management decision, can be part of the management, and their suggestions, their recommendations can also be incorporated in decision making. So partner is at that level when you have become die-hard fan of any product or any brand. So probably your suggestion might be included in some decision making. So that is the highest level of the loyalty. So again, one very important concept is customer lifetime value. So customer lifetime value, whenever we are applying relationship marketing, or whenever we are applying CRM, that is customer relationship management, in our organization, it becomes imperative to calculate the customer lifetime value in order to understand that what benefit we can enjoy in coming years with any particular customer. So what does it mean? So customer lifetime value is a metric to measure total net profit that a company expect to generate from a customer throughout their lifetime. So throughout the lifetime of a customer, how much of net profit we can expect, we can generate from that particular customer throughout their lifetime relationship with the company. So that is about customer lifetime value. It takes into account customers' initial purchase, repeat purchase, and the average duration of their relationship. So what is the initial purchase? Again, what is the repeat purchase? When was the repeat purchase? And what is the duration of their relationship? So for example, initial purchase of say this particular brand or this particular amount, and again repeat purchase of this brand, this products, or this much of amount, and the average duration, for example, the customer would be active for say 5 years. So probably we can calculate the value of a customer lifetime. value. So it is a measurement of how valuable, this is very important, how valuable a customer is to your company. So how valuable is a customer? So depending upon this, you can actually provide benefits, you can design your marketing strategy, you can provide some offers to them, even if it is possible to have lower margins, but still in order to satisfy the customers, because probably it might happen that the lifetime value of that customer would be very high, right? For example, a young boy who is into his say 20s or something like that. So the companies, the digital companies or the gaming companies, all those companies would be interested to target them, and they want to influence them, because they know that they would have a good amount of active customers if they are going to target that age group, right? So customer lifetime value could be historic customer lifetime value or predictive customer lifetime value. So when we say historic CLV, we talk about all the purchases that a customer have done so far. So that is the historic customer lifetime value, and predictive is the future one. So historic is like if we say theoretically, predictive CLV is actually the CLV, but still historic is in so far how much purchases a customer has done. So the average of it or the total of it, and predictive is how much he is going to do the purchases in the coming future when the customers remains active. So there is a proper formula is there. If you see this formula, customer lifetime value is equal to customer value into average customer lifespan. So average customer lifespan, what is the average customer lifespan? We can find the average customer lifespan by dividing average number of years a customer stay active by total number of customers. So we can find the average customer lifespan by dividing average number of years a customer remains active divided by total number of the customers. That is how we calculate average customer lifespan. Similarly, we can calculate customer value. So customer value is product of average purchase value and average frequency rate. Average purchase value and average frequency rate. So what is average purchase value? Average purchase value is total revenue divided by total number of purchases for any set point of time or any set period of time. Similarly, average frequency rate is total number of purchases divided by total number of customers. So for a given period of time, so that is how we calculate average frequency rate. So when we multiply average purchase rate with average frequency rate, we get customer value. So we get customer value, and when we multiply customer value with average customer lifespan, we are in a position to get customer lifetime value. So we need to understand the customer lifetime value. It has three major components, that is average purchase value, average frequency rate and average customer lifespan. So let us move to the next domain that we need to discuss, that is electronic customer relationship management, that is e-CRM. So e-CRM, before we start discussing e-CRM, we need to have a basic understanding about what actually is CRM. So CRM stands for customer relationship management. It refers to the strategy through which businesses manage interaction with their existing as well as potential customer in order to serve them better and develop long-term relationship. So in order to serve the customer in a better form, in order to develop a long-term relationship with the customers, we do or we apply the strategy called customer relationship management. So how we are going to serve them better? So when we know them better, so when we have information about them. So customer relationship is all about managing the information, collecting the information, storing the information, analyzing it, forecasting. All those things helps is in understanding the characteristics of the customer, and accordingly we are in a position to serve them better and to develop the long term relationship also. So CRM, it make use of technology for interaction and also for analysis of data generated from those interaction to frame customized marketing strategies as I was talking about, that we need, see, CRM is about having more and more interaction with the customers. The more interaction we have with the customers, there is a fair chance, better chance that you develop a strong relationship with the customer. So interaction becomes very important. So also from the interaction we generate a lot of information also. So we need to analyze those data, and accordingly we need to frame the customized marketing strategies for their customers in order to ensure lifetime relationship. So it helps the company to develop, nurture and maintain customer relationship for a longer duration. So customer relationship is a very core business strategy that integrates internal processes and functions and also external networks to create and deliver value to the target customers at a profit. So we need to understand all this is happening because we need to generate more and more profit for the organization, right. So we need to integrate both the internal processes and functions and external networks in order to create and deliver value to the customers. So accordingly, customer CRM is considered as operational. So there are 4 different type of CRMs for theoretical understanding: operational, analytical, collaborative and strategic. So operational CRM, it focuses on the automation of customer facing processes such as selling, marketing, customer service. So whatever processes in which customer is the center point, we need to automate it so that we can smoothen services, becomes hassle free, the services becomes automatic. Analytical services CRM, it focuses on intelligent mining of the customer related data for strategic and tactical purpose. So analytical, it focuses on mining more and more information about the customer and using those information, using those data to after analysis to generate information out of those data. So we get data, and when we analyze the data we get information. So probably you must be aware about the difference between data and information. So data becomes information after analysis. Then collaborative CRM talks about the integration of how you are going to use the technology at different levels of inter-organization as well as intra-organization. So that is what we are talking about: internal processes and functions and external networks. So that is basically collaborative CRM. Also strategic CRM talks about the overall integration of the CRM processes at every level and gearing towards winning and retaining profitable customers for a longer duration of period. So with the advent of internet technology, CRM have evolved and took the shape of e-CRM. So when CRM was always using the information technology before that also, but when we started to integrate the internet and digital aspect and the websites and all those things, then it have evolved to more digital CRM, which is basically electronic customer relationship management. So it integrates the internet and digital channels into the overall CRM strategy of the business to automate the marketing, sales and customer services. So there were information technology, IT was there when we were talking about the CRM, but with the advent of this internet and digital technologies, now the business can automate different processes that directly are associated with the customers, that have actually enhanced enhanced the effectiveness of the CRM. So that integration is basically called the e-CRM. So e-CRM is the strategy that takes into account different customer information such as transaction history, how much money is spent by them, what was the payment mode, whether it was cash on delivery, whether it was credit card, debit card, UPI, so wallet, what was the payment mode, what was the buying pattern, what about the shopping cart, whether everything was purchased that was put into the shopping cart, or some shopping cart is lying. So you must have experienced the recent trends. So you get messages and or you get pop-ups, notifications that your shopping cart have these products, so go and buy it, something like that, right. So they remind you that your shopping cart is having some products, so you can complete the transaction by making the payment or by ordering the product. Also wish lists, all these facilities have come there, and all these informations help to ascertain the customer characteristics in order to formulate the marketing strategy. So ERM can be defined as activities to manage customer relationship by using the internet, web browsers and other digital touch points. So this there are certain key features of e-CRM. So when we say key features, as in what all things that e-CRM, rather we will say the scope of e-CRM. So it is about customer management. So it gives the access to all the customer information which have different information, and accordingly we get benefited by analyzing them. Accounts management is, it provide access to customer data and history, supporting the sales team to function in an effective way. Administrative management, a centralized database that manages and shares the customer information. So they manages the storage. Case management, it notifies the inquiries, it prioritizes the case, it if there is some unresolved issues or something like that. So how you are managing different cases that have emerged. Backend integration, there is a various integration system is there, like billing, inventory, logistics, all are through various website and call centers. All this in total, adds to the customer service. So all those things again becomes very important. For example, if there is a faulty billing system, if there is a faulty no inventory is there, all those is going to add to the customer dissatisfaction. That is why it is becomes very important to take care of all these aspects also. Also e-CRM helps in reporting and analyzing. It helps in creating the reports on the consumer behavior and the business criteria. Moving ahead is the last slide, which talks about the benefits of CRM, and these are very general benefits, probably they are self-explanatory. So e-CRM helps in finding new customers. Not only finding new customers, it also helps in retaining the existing customers. It improves the customer services. It enables 24/7 customer interaction, obviously with the advent of digital technologies and internet. It helps in mass customization, because we are in a position to have specific information about each customer. So we are in a position to customize product as per their requirement. It helps in developing relationship, obviously. Also it helps in building the customer loyalty, which will obviously lead to increased profit, and obviously it will also help, the e-CRM will also help in customer profiling and customer targeting. So when we are in a position to target them, we can targeting, we can segment them, we can position our brand, and ultimately it will lead to more sales, more profit for the organization. That is why CRM becomes very important for any organization. That is all from my side today. Thank you so much.